guys banned
weekend, and I
again.
remembered Aiden Ross brand risk
Tell
boxing
y'all,
again.
y'all better
Although I
stop
don't
playing,
condone
man.
some of the nonsensory that goes on, I
Y'all ain't
do
understanding
sometimes
this
like to
shit.
see people get beat up. But as I was looking through the crowd, there was a face that I could not see. All of Aiden Ross's besties were in the audience except for one guy. When I went to Twitter to find out what happened, I couldn't help but smile.
And then be so ignorant to what, hey, well, brand risk is tomorrow. I can't go, dip. You stupid idiot. I was not allowed in the last brand risk. Brand risk tomorrow, you going? Oh my God, bro. This is it, and it's fine. I'm not upset about it.
They been banned him from brand risk. I heard about this months ago. Yeah, they been banned his ass from brand risk. Right after his ass got banned from Australia, actually. Man,
About it.
These dudes be weirdos. They weirdos. That's how it is.
Wait a minute. You're telling me Sneako got banned?
Again!
And this time from a brand risk event. This is an event that's known to be edgy and be risky. This is what now, 5 bans from 5 different entities and institutions. And it's all because of Sneako's dumbass background. This is amazing, and we've got to talk about it. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. For those of y'all that just keep watching my channel and not joining the community, I'm gonna hit y'all with that Sneako ban if you don't come through with the come through. Now, back into the video. For those people that are unfamiliar, brand risk isn't some sort of mainstreamed event. It's not Twitch, who has a lot of corporate sponsors. It's not the UFC, who has a big mainstream backing. And it's certainly not the continent of Australia.
Reggie, you're not upset that your girl, Princess Love, would let Mayweather have 10 girlfriends, but be mad when you try to somebody else? I don't think that's fair. Hey, you gotta stand up for yourself. You gotta security.
It's raunchy, it's wild, it's edgy. It is right up Sneako's free speech alley. And plus, because of the last confrontation they had,
Fuck it, we gonna run the fight too.
I would believe that Aiden Ross and Sneako would to be friends.
Guys, listen, I speak to Sneako every single day, and I said it how it is, bro. Look, you can say what you want about me, bro. Sneako's one of my bestest friends, bro. He had my back when nobody else did. He's a real friend of mine, and just because I'm back and where I'm doing, I will still platform my brother Sneako. That's my bro, okay? He's doing really well too. He's leaving that side of the community. He's trying to become better, and Sneako, I'm never gonna switch up on him, bro. Like, I'm sorry, guys. That's just somebody that is my best friend, and I will never, ever stop him. Sorry, guys.
That's why I was shocked when Sneako said that he couldn't go to an event that he was banned from, and the event was brand risk. This is supposed to be a place in a space where Sneako thrives, but he can't even get into anymore. And I think that that's opening up the eyes of Sneako and any of the supporters that thought that, like, yo, you know, as long as I got my boys, as long as I got this crowd of people with me, you know, I'll be good. But that's no longer the case. Even these types of people are understanding.
Yo, the thing is, this is what everybody fail to realize. Business is business. You got a lot of, and I'm gonna say it just like this. I don't give a fuck how you take it. Cause this how they look at it. I ain't speaking from my point of view. I'm speaking from their point of view. And from their point of view, you should already know who I'm talking about when I make this statement. So from this statement, I'm gonna quote it like this. We got a lot of niggers that pay money to get these clothes and to be in these certain places just to say that they're somebody, or to let it be known that they also have money too. So you thinking that now, that's just that now I'm ending the statement at that, because I could elaborate, but I don't even want to elaborate too much. If you know, you know. I ain't gotta elaborate. You get the point. Now, the point of the matter. Point of the matter is, you think I'm fixing the risk. So you think I'm fixing to risk all of this over you? Man, I got people with billions that's in this shit. You barely got 1 million. You think I'm finna risk billions over 1 million? You ain't got enough. See, for poor people and for people who ain't got, or people who can't even see $10,000, they think, damn, a million, he rich. Nah, you know how fast a million go? You gotta have several million, gang. 1 million ain't enough. You gotta have several million. Damn near at least 5 to 10, just for you to be straight, just for you to say you rich, gang. Rich ain't $1 million. Trust me. Trust me. You know why rich ain't $1 million? I'm gonna tell you why. When people get 1 million, they feel like their stature got to get higher. They got to go to a bigger house. They got to get more bigger cars that say they flashy, that say they got some money. They gotta now they gotta go up in clothes. The clothes where it can't be that fabric. Oh, now that fabric itch me and all this bullshit. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So a million go real fast. That's you ain't understand. So a million is not rich, gang. A million is okay. You got a million, bro. That's what's up. You got a million, and guess what? I ain't got nowhere near a million, and I know this. But see, this is for you dummies who don't know this. This is for you dummies who think, oh boy, yeah, I see him flashing $10,000 on IG. He got some money. No, that's no money. That's what these false narratives got you thinking these days. That's these days. That's these days. You don't understand. Never mind. We'll keep on.
The risk in the brand that Sneako is. When your own lane starts to treat you like a liability, that's a different level of rejection. When Twitch bans Sneako, he can blame the platform, but when brand risk bans Sneako, now he has to ask why his own world is closing the door to him. And it makes it even worse because brand risk has already shown that they are willing to let Sneako-esque type people in. Look at this flyer. Look at the names that are on this flyer. These are literally people in which if I inserted Sneako right next to them, he wouldn't look like that one meme of the clown standing in the group of the army people. He would literally blend in. They literally bring some of the most divisive people onto the platform. Hell, I even saw Gypsy Crusader at one of the brand risk events back in March.
And the winner by split decision.
Super.
Out of the red corner, Gypsy Crusader.
He's done. So it definitely can't be anything about anti-Semitism. I've seen Brand Risk have Charleston White in the Island Boys.
I'm gonna kick this bitch ass. You hear me? I'm gonna kick that bitch ass. Yeah, he. You let me walk up on you and do you like that. You ain't ready to fight, nigga. You ain't ready to fight. You let a man walk up on you and do you like that. See you in the ring tomorrow, bitch. I don't want to talk no more.
So it definitely can't be anything about racism or doing nasty things with your family, because stuff that's on the Island Boys is actually kind of wild. We should probably do a video on it. Those boys are disgusting. And it doesn't even have anything to do with being a bad parent, because an invitation was extended to Wendy Ortiz. Now, she would ultimately turn it down, but still, Wendy Ortiz was invited to the event.
No, guys, I am not going to Brand Trip or Brand Risk. Sorry. I'm not going to Brand Risk. It's Aiden Ross, I'm sorry. The only thing that was convincing me to go was that Drake was gonna be there, but I was double thinking. I was like, am I really gonna, like, it's like my morals or meeting Drake? And I'm gonna meet Drake. I'm just kidding. No, I just didn't want to go because Aiden Ross is talking shit about.
Sean Strickland, Neon, Aiden Ross's self, academics. The brand of Brand Risk isn't afraid of controversy, and that's not why Sneako didn't get invited to the event. They've had people who I would probably objectively say are more controversial than Sneako at the appearance. But even if, let's say, he was on par with a Gypsy Crusader or any of the other controversial streamers and content creators that they've had, I would at least think that he would get a little bump in a pass, because this is a non-corporate event, one, and two, this is his good buddy Aiden Ross. Brand Risk is literally the event for people who are risky to the brand. And if Sneako can't make the cut because he's still too much of a brand risk, then I don't know. What you can understand that you'll look at Sneako's most recent controversies and you'll see that they're not just some random drama. Even those events start looking like reasons as to why his own side would turn against him. Just 7 days ago from the time of recording this video, I uploaded a video speaking to Sneako and the controversies that he had finally catching up to him. In about a week's time, Sneako had been banned from the continent of Australia. He had been banned from the UFC, and he had been banned from Twitch. At least his last reattempt at being reinstated had been denied. And at the end of the video, I had mentioned some things about how, you know, Sneako is trying to escape this past, and he's doing these things to quote unquote right his wrongs, maybe distance himself from all these communities, etc., etc. But every time a door is open for him to say something stupid, step out there off the ledge, be controversial.
Well, we don't need you back. It's too late. The fuck out of here, rookie.
make fun of somebody, whatever it may be, simply just being on the wrong side of history, Sneako is going to take it. And every time he takes it, all of the stuff about him changing is thrown out the window. These brands that would want to believe that Sneako has changed see this instant moment where he says, I don't know, Chud the Builder's right, these black people are wrong and they're chimping out, all this other stuff like that, in his telling as to why he still supports what Chud the Builder is doing from the free speech perspective. All that shows brands is that, yo, this old him is still who he really is. But the problem is much bigger than these entities not platforming Sneako. You don't have a right to be on Twitch. Twitch is like a privilege type thing.
And that's why I don't fuck with Kick. That's why I look at Kick very strange. Oh, y'all very strange, bro. Y'all allow motherfuckers like this on the platform to do all this shit and still not ban motherfuckers from these platforms. You got all these big ass platforms banning these motherfuckers. But it seems to me that y'all still got these motherfuckers on y'all platform. Says a lot about you, bro. I ain't look, that's above my pay grade, so I ain't speaking on nothing. That's out of my range, but I'm just saying, yo, look.
And it's even a luxury considering there are so many other options when it comes to the streaming game. But Sneako could even acknowledge that some of these bans and some of these punishments and the way that he's being viewed in public are starting to feel like he's a criminal. It's starting to feel bigger than just something that's happening on the internet.
People like me, I've never been convicted of a crime. I've never hurt anybody, but yet I'm treated like a criminal, right? I have problems, allegedly, in my opinion, traveling or being able to return back to the country. So many of these restaurants I can't eat at, and these restaurants.
Hey yo, check this out, right? I this is another thing I hate to hear. Oh, I ain't did so and so, so I'm not a criminal. Check this out. You got motherfuckers who get arrested for smoking weed, not selling weed, not having a big massive quantity of weed on them, not standing by the trap spot trying to serve no weed, none of that. Simply smoking a J, simply smoking a blunt, whatever they preference is, right? Not instantly that they're a criminal. Damn, bro, I was just smoking some herbs, bro. I was smoking some shit that's supposed to be legal in all fucking however many states you want to say it is now. Cause now I heard now they all of a sudden saying it's too lesser or too some shit they saying. I don't really know. I ain't really tapped in too deep into that right now. But yes, if you look on, I guess certain states maps and certain states flag or whatever, it's lesser stars or whatever the case may be. And if I'm wrong, I'm just talking shit and I don't know what I'm talking about. Dropping the chat, but I've heard this allegedly from several people. So um, I don't think it's a lie. Anyway, we go forward. Going forward. I hate for a motherfucker to say, "Oh, I've never been no crap. Oh, I get arrested for crime." But you do all the criminal shit though. You make all the racial slurs. You're a racist, first of all. That's criminal in its and sinistry in itself. Let's be for real. Don't even know that's a word, but fuck it. I'm gonna say well, I make up words a lot. So I don't give a fuck who like it or who don't like it. You know what I'm trying to say. If you don't, then fuck you. It is whatever you want to take it as. I don't give a fuck. Second, third, you do all the shit under the covers and behind the door and under the garage, in the bush and behind the tent and all this bullshit. You do all this bullshit, all this fakery on this camera and off this camera. You doing all this shit as a criminal, bruh. I don't understand what we talking about. So you ain't fixing to tell me, oh, I ain't no criminal and all this bullshit. Yes, you are. You are. You doing more shit than the motherfuckers who getting arrested for the shit that they doing is doing. Stop it. I don't get it. Hey, come on, bro.
Are run by people who are found in the Epstein files. Noah Tepperberg, CEO of Tao Group, allegedly, in my opinion, I'm banned from Tao Group all over the country. Can't go, can't eat at the restaurant, can't dine at clubs. I can't dine at restaurants, can't go to the club. So I'm treated like a criminal here. I'm the one banned off of most social media platforms. I've just rightfully been reinstated on YouTube, but still banned on TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, all this. All right, I am.
Oh, so he got reinstated back on YouTube. I thought he was banned on YouTube still. Yeah, we don't need him here either. Yeah, get his ass off here again too. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck about what you clip up and none of that. Just say what I said. I don't give a fuck. Anybody doing weirdo shit, I don't care about. You doing weirdo shit, bro. You speaking on shit and you doing shit outside of your means. You talking about other motherfuckers, but and this is the thing too. Everybody want to talk about, oh, he need, oh, he, why, I don't know why he's speaking on, oh, he from Jamaica. Oh, I don't know why he's speaking on it. Oh, oh, he from Africa. Bro, you're not from here either, bro. You're not, your origin is not from here either. So why you speaking on it? You should be talking about a gang in Philippines or something, or some shit y'all call Filipinos or whatever you is, bro. You shouldn't even be speaking on it if you want to be for real. That's weird. That's weirdo shit. It's weirdo shit. All of it's weird to me. Like, it's weird, bro. Let's be for real. It's weirdo shit.
Treated like a criminal in my own country without ever committing a crime. So what's really going on? Why are people in the Epstein files not convicted yet?
You see, in Sneako's mind, he's being treated like a criminal without a conviction. And you can kind of see why he would frame it that way. You know, travel issues, platform bans, and being rejected from just everyday places and spaces, stores, restaurants, etc., are serious consequences. Ones that, honestly, I would probably say are more extreme than even like somebody who is a felon, because felons can eat at Applebee's, but it seems as though Sneako is having a hard time booking a reservation. But you see, this is where he keeps missing out on the larger point here. Now, granted, I do agree with him that those that have done super duper heinous crimes, like the people that appear on the Epstein files, shouldn't be out in public. The stuff that they did is heinous and crazy. But what he has to understand is these people aren't making criminal judgment. They're making a risk judgment. They're not saying, was Sneako convicted of this? They're saying, is Sneako worth the backlash? Think about this. If you were a small business, whether you sold clothes, whether you were a restaurant, whether, you know, you made artwork for somebody, there would be certain celebrities that you would be proud, and I do mean proud, to plaster on your social media saying that, hey, this person shopped with me, hey, this person eats here, etc., etc. I can have them in my restaurant, carve out space for them, all these different things. But everybody, and I do mean everybody, has a list of celebrities, personalities, figures online that they would not allow to patronize their establishment. It doesn't matter how much money they bring to it. It doesn't matter how much light they would bring to it. I don't want that type of name attached to my stuff. And this is where the whole brand risk thing becomes important, because this is the kind of space where Sneako should be able to say, look, my reputation is exaggerated, right? There are people around me that are 10 times worse than me, and ultimately this is where I fit in. But instead, he keeps giving people a reason to believe that the reputation is current. Every new controversy becomes a piece of new evidence, and then every new clip makes the old version feel like the current version. Have you ever noticed that when Sneako gets into some sort of drama, or any of these controversial content creators get into any sort of drama, their old clips start to populate, they blend together. People can't tell what's old, what's new. I've even had people reference things to me about Sneako that he said, I know 8, 10, 24 months ago, but they think it was something that he said today. And that's why it's harder and harder for people to defend Sneako, because every time he says the consequences are unfair, another clip comes out that reminds people that these consequences should exist. Take a look at this as to what happened when Andrew Schultz reacted to Sneako and Academics' debate.
We pretend that like words don't have meaning, right? Like that they don't hold meaning outside of like the dictionary definition of what they are. Right. And like I saw an interesting debate, or at least a clip of the debate, so I'm not giving full context, but it was between Ak and Sneako. And I think Sneako was taking the position of like, it's just a word and people should be able to say the word. And then Ak was like, all right, well, then say something about Allah.
Shout out to Ak. He cooked them on that.
And it was like, it was a great point, because what...
I mean, of course, right? Like, of course. I mean, they didn't see it. I didn't even say that. So Ak's like, he's like, oh, words don't have meaning, so say this. It's like, that's not my position. I'm like, you can give these words.
Notice he just said, so say this. He still ain't said it now. Notice he still ain't said that. He's still talking about, oh, say this. He don't want to say what he said, though. Come on, bro. Stop it. All this shit foolery. Y'all be clowns for real. Oh shit, clown acts. Talking about chimp. All y'all be doing some chimp and ape shit. Let's be for real. Some real monkey stupid shit. Like, come on, let's be for real. I'm starting to think the words that's reflected for us was really reflected to y'all. I'm really starting to think motherfucking shit was shit that we. I'm really starting to think it was vice versa. I'm for real. I ain't gonna bullshit, bro. I ain't gonna bullshit because a lot of strange shit, man, that you cowards be doing, and I ain't and I ain't and this ain't for my people, uh, who 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 like indigenous culture, deals with the indigenous people, talk to indigenous people, communication, relationship, companionship, whatever it is with indigenous community. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the weirdos. That's who I'm talking to. Not talking. I'm not talking to my cool uh um um European folks. I'm not talking to y'all. No, I'm talking to the goofies. That's who I'm talking to. Okay. Let's draw the line right there. You know what I mean? All this shit is weird, man. Let me pump me another shot right now.
Words more weight than they have. The more emotional attachment you allow people to have over you, the more hurtful that word becomes compared to other slurs or even that word itself. When in hip hop, it's used as the most commonly used word in the entire genre.
And it was like, it was a great point because what he was presenting is like, hey, that word means more to you. It's not just a sound. It has a meaning and you will not use it in a negative way, which I think most people understand. They're
It's
like,
the perfect example of a word that's been repurposed to be used in a positive way. Thinking that you should respond with violence, hearing that individual word, just that word itself, it's giving power away and it's allowing people to be able to control you emotionally.
Schultz gives a basic explanation that, hey, words have meaning because people agree they have meaning. Shocker, news at 10, right? So if a community sees a word as degrading, they have the right to reject it. That doesn't mean that every action is justified, but it does mean Sneako cannot pretend that every word is meaningless because he wants people to stop reacting to it. And instead of 10, 20, 30,000 people telling him that he's wrong in this situation, Sneako still stands on the same exact point. So instead of this clip making him look misunderstood, it makes him look like he still doesn't understand why people are mad at him. And see, that's the problem. Sneako is claiming that people are unfairly judging him, but then he runs around and he does something to make him be judged again. What's that one Kanye West line? I feel the pressure under more scrutiny, but what I do, act more stupidly. He says he's being treated like a criminal, but the issue isn't criminality. The issue is liability.
I always say, I guess I should have forgot where I came from.
And every time he doubles down on the same extreme, stubborn, against the grain, make it hard to see my side. You know, you have people here gritting and baring their teeth saying like, gang, I don't know, it's not good to have you around right now. And he's just gonna continue on. Every time he gets a chance to prove that he's not the same guy, he proves that he's the same guy. Brand risk, though, has to be the most damning. Look, Australia bans you, you blame them. Twitch bans you, you say that they're being too PC, they're being too woke, you blame the system. The mainstream UFC bans you, you say, hey, this is cancel culture, they're being too pussified, it's weak. Brand risk, I don't know who they would not have on their platform.
But your buddy over that, and your ass still ain't back. You know why? Cause you say and do some clown shit that you shouldn't be saying in the open. That don't make money. It's not good business. That's what you idiots ain't understanding. This don't got nothing to do with no pop culture and all this bullshit. He ain't got nothing to do with that, bruh. This shit got something to do with that peso dinero. And your ass gonna stop it with all that foolery. And we can't have that. We gotta keep this shit going. See, that's what y'all be fooled by. Y'all be thinking this shit still back then when you, no, this ain't all that. This ain't all that, bro. This ain't all that. I'm telling you, this ain't all that. I promise 100% it's not. You say what you want to say, and oh, they be talking about each other, and they don't even ride for you. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by this community, bro. I'm telling you that right now. Don't be fooled by this shit. You would be surprised who and how many people will get together for certain shit. Did you forget? This is why they try not to make it happen. Are you stupid or what? I don't understand. You gotta be. You ain't understanding what's going on, do you? Yeah, you ain't understanding what's going on. I see. Yeah, you ain't understand. All right, fuck it. I'll leave it at that.
Outside of allegedly Chud the Builder because Aiden Ross said he would not have him on there.
Aiden, bail out Chud the Builder and have him fight
Fuck
someone.
no. I'm not bailing him out. That was not real. I would never bail him out. Fuck no. Absolutely not, bro.
Nah, absolutely terrible guy.
That's the extreme that they would go to. But they would have just about anybody on their platform, and they won't even let you on there. Mind you, you're supposedly supposed to be a friend. They're not banning Sneako because they're afraid of the contract.
Now this same boy that they say they swear up and down he racist. This is the same boy now. This is same young man they claim. Oh, he's racist. He makes racial slurs. This and that, bro. He's a Jew. He's a Jew. What do you expect? He's a They gonna hold their nuts on anybody else who ain't Jewish. What the fuck are you talking about? That's how this works. What are you talking about? This ain't, you know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing that you not expecting. This ain't nothing that you don't know. But I forgot. You ain't learned the real history. You don't know your real history, so you don't know. You don't know what's going on. I keep forgetting. My bad. You know what I'm saying? My bad. All right, then. Let's continue.
Controversy, they're banning Sneako because of the liability that he can bring to the platform. I'm not saying that Sneako has to change his points just to get in with the in crowd. He should probably have some sort of level of understanding, though, that what he's saying is ignorant, stupid, idiotic, and all these other things, to the tune of him being put in the same caliber as Chud the Builder. I don't think that people are really understanding what I'm saying. Aiden Ross said he would not go get Chud the Builder out of jail. That's too much, that's nasty, that's disgusting, that's despicable. He can't be on my platform. And kudos on Aiden for saying that. He is now saying that Sneako is on the same wavelength as Chud the Builder. Sneako, you gotta look at yourself right now and say, I gotta do something differently. I am getting in the same category as Chud the Builder gang. That's a nasty ass parallel. Like, Chud gets ridiculed from restaurants, public scrutiny and backlash, all these different things, and Sneako is going through the same stuff. Oh my God, I never thought I would see it. Sneako is Chud the Builder.
Yeah, for real. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy what's going on right now in this shit. But I'm telling you, you gotta understand, gang. Yo, you this ain't this ain't about what you think it's about. This a whole new world. If you know, you know. Hey, if you don't know, I don't know either. Hey, if you don't know, I don't know either. But if you know, you know. You know what's going on. You know what's going on. I ain't fixing to say whatever, whatever. I ain't fixing to say whatever, whatever. Tell you that right now.